to another Tonic Craft Kit unboxing video. So today's one is for kit number 41, which is the Sweet Sorbet kit, which is actually the first colour trend of 2021 for Tonic, Craft Perfect and Nuvo. I don't have the colour trend yet, so I'm not 100% sure which parts of this kit are exclusive colours or not, but I'll let you know as I show you them which ones I'm suspecting are exclusive colours, but they might not be, I might be wrong, but I will let you know as I'm showing you them. I love this month's kit. It's a really fun one, and I think it's going to be really lovely for making all of those summery kind of projects or summer birthday kind of cards as well, and they're really fun designs that would be great for kids too. So let's get on with the unboxing. So you can see this month's kit is really jam-packed. You've got 7 sheets of A4 card plus the 6x6 paper pad, 2 packets of blisters with 5 in each, the dies, the stamps and a load of Nuvo as well. So this one's a really packed kit this month, which is brilliant. So let's have a look at the Nuvo stuff first. So a lot of these bits are things you haven't seen yet. Obviously products you've seen, the actual product, but not the colours of them. But the one that is in here that is not part of the new colour trend that's already been released is the LILAC Waterfall Nuvo Shimmer Powder, which came out, I think it was the Dream in colour trend, so that was like 2019, so it's a couple of years ago now. But it's a beautiful Nuvo Shimmer Powder colour, LILAC Waterfall. It's got fuchsias and bluey purple tones as well as just blue tones as well. It's a really gorgeous colour. I haven't done a proper video on just Nuvo Shimmer Powders, but if you've been watching my videos for a while you would have heard me talk about them in different kit unboxing videos and stuff. But there's multiple different ways of using it. You can sprinkle it straight onto your project and add water to get this colour burst kind of effect of the multiple different colours that are in here, or you can use it in more of like a direct application where you can put it on your glass cutting mat, spray a little bit of water on it, mix it into a paint which will give you more of a true purple colour because all of the little particles of pink and blue will mix together. And then you can flick it on, you can use a paintbrush, you can even tap your stamp into it and then stamp with it as well. And you can even use the powder straight into shaving foam, mix it up in shaving foam to kind of colour the foam, and then you can like scrape it through a stencil and it looks really good. So there's tons of different ways of using shimmer powders, and I've done loads of videos in the past. A lot of them are just my sped up videos, but you know, if you've been watching the channel for a while you should have come across quite a few showing you different techniques with the Nuvo Shimmer Powders. So that is the LILAC Waterfall one that we're getting, and that is a full-sized product as well, which is brilliant. Then we're also getting a ink pad. So this is the Blue Mineral Nuvo Hybrid ink pad. So this colour trend has got a 3-pack of ink pads because Tonic usually sell them in a little 3-pack together. And I think there's a pink and a yellow in it as well, but I think everybody is getting the Blue Mineral. I think it's definitely just this one that we're getting in the kit. It's a really gorgeous colour. You can do great ink blending with these colours. I was actually using one of the these kind of blending brushes with it for one of my projects, and you still get a nice smooth blend even though this is like a stiff bristled brush. It still works really nicely. Obviously great for stamping as well, and it's a really nice colour, this Blue Mineral. It's sort of a neutral kind of blue, or almost a china blue kind of a colour as well, but a really beautiful colour. And the Nuvo Hybrid ink pads, if you've not seen them before, they are the best of both worlds really, because you can stamp with them and use your alcohol pens, or you can stamp with them and use your water-based products as well, so you don't have to think about what ink pad you're using. Basically, if you're using a hybrid ink pad, if you change your mind halfway through you can change the medium that you're using, which is really great. And these little ink pads are actually the same size as a mini distress ink and a lot of the other mini pads that are on the market, so they fit perfectly in the storage tins that Ranger do as well, if you want to store them that way. I've got 3 tins full of them now, so I'm not sure where this little fella's going to go. He's kind of left out at the moment. But yeah, so that is the little Blue Mineral ink pad that we're getting in this month. And then we've also got the mini pot of Glacier Paste. So this is also a colour from the new colour trend. Everything else is from the new colour trend, although I think a couple of them are exclusive colours to this kit. But this is the Glacier Paste, and I don't know if you can see the name on there, but it's called Pixie Wings, and it is a beautiful purple tone. I don't think we've had a purple in the Glacier Paste before, so it's really nice to have that soft purple tone to go with the rest of the colours as well. Really, really pretty. I was actually using it and I had some left over, and I just put it on a piece of the purple card from this kit as well, and it looks really lovely. You can see how Glacier Paste has kind of got larger mica flakes in it that almost then look like glitter when you've used it onto card. It just gives such a lovely effect, and one of my favourite ways of using Glacier Paste is to water it down and splat it onto a project, because it really gives a different look to a Nuvo shimmer powder or a mousse or something. Using that Glacier Paste, it just gives a different kind of look. I mean, I love doing my splattering effects, and it's nice to mix up the product that you're using. Like sometimes I like to splatter with Dream Drops as well. So, you know, there's loads of different ways, different products that you can use to do that splattering kind of effect. And also with Glacier Paste, I've said in the past, you can use it thickly through a stencil, and it might look three-dimensional, but when it dries, all of the kind of the mica particles in it kind of flatten down as it dries, so it will be a flat finish, and it won't dry 3D like a glimmer paste would. So if you're going to use Glacier Paste through a stencil, I recommend just using it with a sponge and dabbing it over the detail, and then you can always like come back and build up the layers if you want like a more intense colour of it. But I think if you use it thickly, it's kind of a little bit of a waste of product because it will just dry flat. So definitely, or you can just have a go, have a play with it, do a little bit 3D through a stencil and then try sponging it on as well. You might prefer the look of it 3D for a stencil, but I prefer the sponge look, so I thought I'd just let you know like a couple of ways you can use it. So that's the Glacier Paste. Then we're also getting in this kit 2 confettis or glitters. So in this month's, or in this new colour trend, the Sweet Sorbet, there is a set of 4 glitters and confettis. I haven't got the other 2, so I can't 100% tell you what they look like, but I'm pretty sure it's yellow sequins, which I'm hoping would be different sizes in there, and also a blue glitter as well, so it'll be 2 of those 4. I got the pink glitter, which is called Dusted Fondant, and I also got the candy hearts, which are beautiful. I love the heart confetti. I think we've had it in a few different colours, maybe blue and red and possibly another colour too, but this pink is stunning. It's got like a gorgeous iridescent finish to it, similar to the white confetti that we've had, like the cloud circles and the rose quartz triangles. It's got that AB kind of finish, so it really picks up any greens and pinks within your project. So really, really gorgeous. I love this one. I'm really glad I got this one in my kit actually, and having the pink glitter that's a very similar colour tone and even has those kind of greeny reflecting tones in there as well. They go really nicely together, but I think any combination of the 2 will go really nicely together. So, and don't forget you can use your glitters in shakers as well, and I mention shakers because we've got some shakers coming up, which is I guess why they've given you 2 pots of different things this month, so you can use them in your shakers. But yeah, great little colours of those. So you might get yellow sequins or blue glitter, or either of these 2. So that is those. Then I'm not sure if this is an exclusive colour, but it is a mini embossing powder. It's a beautiful yellow tone. We've had another mini one recently, which I think is called Sunflower Yellow, and that was a much deeper yellow, but this is a really nice pastel toned of yellow, almost more lemony kind of a colour, and it's actually called Happy Days, but it's a really beautiful embossing powder. It's really nice to get small little tubs of different colours, because you might be wanting to do kind of like a rainbow project, and you know, you might not have bought a pot of yellow embossing powder, but you know, having a little tester one can be great for all those kind of projects. So we've got this little Happy Days embossing powder, and then finally we have got a Nuvo Vintage Drop. I think this is an exclusive colour to the kit. I can't say for like 100% certain, but I think this is an exclusive colour. So this is one of their gorgeous vintage drops, which are a very similar concept to a normal Nuvo drop if you haven't seen them before. However, they dry matte. So after 48 hours, which it tells you on the label, you'll see the full matte effect that it's going to dry to. And it's kind of more of like a satin matte finish. I've shown it in probably a few kit videos before when we've had different ones. But it dries like that satin kind of a finish. So you'd still see like light reflecting off the dome of it, but it wouldn't be as like glossy, reflecty as a gloss drop. It just gives that lovely satin, soft satin kind of finish, and I'll show you that on some of my cards. I was making the cards yesterday, so it hasn't been a full 48 hours yet, but you can start to see that gorgeous satin finish forming on them. So beautiful colour as well. I didn't say the colour, did I? Lavender Fog, this one. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's not a new colour, maybe it's just the purple that was out before, but it isn't the same one. The previous purple was called Purple Basil. If I can get that. This one, you see, so it is a lighter purple, but look how beautiful they would go together. So this is the Purple Basil, and this is one we're getting in the kit. So it's a much lighter, beautiful tone of Nuvo Vintage Drop. And so that's the final bit of Nuvo. Then I think I'll show you things in a different order to what I usually do, because we've still got these shakers, but it's going to make more sense to show you them with the dies. So I'll show you the papers and stuff first. So, as with all the colour trends now from Tonic, you get a 6x6 paper pad, and we've actually got the whole pad in this kit as well. So you've got 24 sheets, and there are 8 designs, 6 of each, 160 grams, 160 GSM for the paper, and it's 6x6 paper pad. And all the papers are double-sided, and they're really beautiful patterns. Like the first side of all of them is more of a solid colour, and then the back side of them all has got more of multicoloured patterns. One of them is just purple, but a few of them have got like multicoloured patterns, which is really lovely. So we have got this beautiful, I don't know if you'd call it gingham or just checked, but really beautiful pastel pink colour with the slightly darker pink stripes going in a grid pattern across the lighter pink. And on the back of that one, we have got the multicoloured sort of sprinkles design with the little kind of little sticks all over it that look like hundreds and thousands, the long ones, on there. And you've got like almost like a cactusy green, the yellow, the lavender kind of colour, a dusky pink and a blue as well, which goes perfectly with the whole colour trend. Then this one, I love this paper. It just beautiful, perfect for a sky, like instantly done for you. And it's sort of like a slightly darker blue cloudy design on the lighter blue background. Really, really lovely. And on the back of that, we have got multicoloured, again, those same 5 colours in a dotty pattern with like smaller dots and the larger dots. Then we have also got stripy yellow, so a gorgeous like deck chair kind of a stripe with that soft yellow and then the white. And on the back of that one, we have got multicoloured triangles in the same 5 colours, just all over randomly oriented triangles. And the final piece of paper we've got is a lovely diagonal blue. It's almost like an aqua kind of pinstripe design with a lighter blue in the background and then the slightly darker tone of the stripes. And on the back of that we have a beautiful purple paper. So we've got a lovely soft lavendery kind of background with white irregular kind of polka dots on there. They are sort of following a pattern. You can see like a stripy design going up there. But yeah, lovely spotty design. I tried to do 3 cards, mostly focusing on the pattern papers as well, so I've got a few ideas for those to show you. But that is the paper pad. And then we have got the papers. So I'm just going to get the names so that I can tell you. Okay, so there are 2 papers in here that we have seen before that have been released previously, and this is the gorgeous glitter card, which is the sugar crystal colour, which is a lovely white glitter card, but with that Aurora Borealis kind of reflection to it. So it's got the pinks and the greens in it, so it goes absolutely perfectly with the confetti that's in here and the glitter as well. Even though they're a different colour, they've got the same kind of reflect in them, so that you can pair them nicely together and they'll work together. So that is the sugar crystal. And then the other sheet that has previously been released as well is one of their double-sided pearlescent cardstocks. I don't know if that's going to focus on it. And this is the Princess Pink, which I think came out in the Blue Blossom colour trend, but it's their double-sided pearlescent cardstock. Really pretty sheen on that, and it goes really, really nicely with all of the different pink tones from the kit as well. If I show you the pink patterned paper, they all go really nicely together. Then the other 5 sheets, the other 5 sheets I think are all of the 5 card packs that will be coming out with the colour trend. So this is one of their classic cards, and this one is called Sugared Lilac. And it's got the textured effect on one side, and then it is smooth on the other side. So that's the first one. Then we have this satin mirror card, which is called Soft Amethyst, and it's a really beautiful colour. I love purple, so I'm always impressed by different purple tones of cardstock, but this one is gorgeous. I love this one. I'll definitely be buying more of this when it comes out. Then this one I love. This one is called Miami Mint, and it is like the Bronze Labyrinth one, but obviously it's in a beautiful mint colour. Really gorgeous, this one. I love that, just that random pattern that's on there as well, because it just gives it something else, and it makes, as you can see there, it just makes the light shine off it differently rather than it just being a flat colour. It's just got that little bit of texture in it. So that is the Miami Mint. Then we've also got another sheet of pearlescent cardstock. So it's their, again, their double-sided pearlescent. You can see how beautiful this one is. This one is called Cashmere Blue. Really beautiful colour. And then the final piece we've got is one of their handmade cotton papers, and this one is called Pink Marshmallow. Really gorgeous. I love this chevron design. We had one, what colour trend was it? Merry and Bright, maybe? Something, and it was a greeny kind of colour version of this, but really, really lovely design. It's almost like an optical illusion. You can't tell whether which bit's coming in and which bit's going out of the embossed kind of pattern, but it's really, really gorgeous, this one. So those are all of the A4 papers from this month's kit. Then we can get on to the stamp and die set, and I'll be able to show you what these blisters look like as well. So with the blisters, you've got a pack of each of them. One is for the lolly and one is for the ice cream, and you've got 5 in each packet, which is really great. I'm not sure if they'll be selling these separately, but in the past they have sold separate packs of them as well, so they might be available at some point, but you're getting 5 of each of them. So let's have a look at the stamps and dies. Again, as usual, I've already put mine onto a magnetic sheet, but when you get the kit it will just come on the acetate in the little cellophane pockets. So let's show you the stamp set first. Let's get a piece of card. So we've got multiple different sentiments that go with the kind of lolly and ice cream kind of feel. This little fella, this little sunshine, he looks really lovely heat embossed with the yellow embossing powder that we're getting in this kit. That's how I used it on the card that I've used him on. So really cute little fella. We have a face on there too, because you can personalise these little lollies and give them little expressions with their face, and you even have a die that cuts that out for you. And I'll show you in my... did I keep that piece to show you here? No, I think I just did it in my sped up video. But I've also done a photographic step-by-step that'll have writing to go along with it, and I showed it in that as well. So that should be on the Tonic blog or on the main product page on the Tonic website. That should hopefully be linked there somewhere. And then you've just got loads of sentiments that will go really nicely with the lolly kind of designs. So you've got sending sugar-coated hugs, you've got stay cool, you've got have a sweet day, and I like this one. It says stay jolly, have a lolly. And I'm not sure what this one means, but it says you got this licked with a little sticky out tongue. So hopefully younger people will know what that means. But those are the little stamps that we're getting in this month. And then we have got the lovely die set. So you can see here you've got this more like an ice cream kind of lolly. It looks like one of those twister lollies. And then you've got more of an actual ice lolly on your lolly stick as well, which you can turn into so many different ones. I haven't had a chance to do it. I'm not going to promise that I'll get a chance to do another video using these, but I want to turn that into a fab lolly. I know it's not the right shape because a fab one is more straight at the top, but doing the little hundreds and thousands on the top and then the pink and white colours on there as well. But I've really been enjoying these. There are 2 different sentiments, one that fits inside each of the different lollies. I didn't actually use them. I was going more for the cutesy characters with the faces on them. But this one says, "You're so sweet." And then this one says, "I heart you more than ice cream," which I thought is a really lovely sentiment. And you can actually put that straight in the centre of that one as well. And then these actually correspond with the shakers. So if I get one of these ice lolly shakers out, it is the second from the outside die, I think, that does it, yeah. So the second from the outside, so not the outside one that has the lolly stick on. That one is for you to cut like the frame that can go on the front of the card around this. But it is the next one in that perfectly fits this blister, and I think it's the same on this one as well. Yeah, pretty sure it is. So you have the second one in that will fit round, and the great thing is Tonic have done like really thought about this. The cutting edge on this is right on the inside, so you can check that it's the right size because it'll actually fit perfectly over the blister for you to check that you're picking the right size. So that's really brilliant, and I love this shaker because they've actually even moulded a drippy bit of lolly into the moulding of it, and you have the die as well, so you can actually cut a piece of card out and stick it onto there to give you that little drippy effect, and it's a perfect place to then put your face on there too. It works really nicely. I really love this. So that is the shaker that goes with the lolly, and then this is the shaker that goes with like the twister kind of ice creamy lolly. And as well as, you know, cutting the aperture out for this one, you've got that drippy piece that can fit on top of this, but with this one you can also take the 2 inside dies from here, if I can pick it up. You can take the 2 inside dies and cut these together, and then this piece that you cut out will actually fit over the top of the shaker. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell if I line it up better. You can actually see the plastic coming through the die, so it actually lines up perfectly. And really finishes off the design, and I'll show you that as well. But you don't have to use these with the blisters at all. So if you do get really carried away and make 5 projects using up all your blisters, you can keep making loads of projects without them as well, which is really nice. So for both of the lollies, you actually get the outside lolly. I zoomed in, I forgot I zoomed in. You actually get the outside lolly, and this one has a really long lolly stick on it, which you also get this piece that you can cut out and add on top of this to give it like a patterned texture. And then you also get the next size in, which is like an arched frame that cuts the exact size for the blister to fit in, but then you also get another one inside that, and then you get the sentiment inside that as well. So you can actually just utilise the archway shape and the sentiment on a card if you want to. You can use the sentiment behind the shaker if you wanted to. You could use all of these layers together, put foam tape in the middle and kind of give it that 3D effect, like the roundedness of like the front of a lolly as well. So you've got loads of different options of how to use this, and if you're doing the shaker you can cut the first one and the second one together to give you a frame that will perfectly frame the aperture that you cut into your card blank to put the blister in as well. Or obviously you can just cut some lollies out as well. You could do, I don't know, some learning game or something as well. You could have numbers, and then you could have like pluses and minuses and equals, and do like you know, 2 + 2 is 4 and stuff, to learn maths and stuff with, and make it fun by having them in the shape of lollies. You could do different things where maybe you've put magnet on here on the back of these, and then you have different ones that change out as well. So there's tons of different things you can do with all these kind of dies. I also love that you get this drippy one, and the drippy one actually fits, like it's got the exact same arch as the smallest little arched one as well. So you could actually make a smaller lolly that's just got like chocolate dripping down the top of it, and then you could just cut either of these two little decorative lolly sticks out to come out the bottom as well. And actually, as I was using this one. I really love that drippy pattern. I was using that to create a border. I just stuck like 5 of them next to each other and made a border. But then I was thinking, if you stuck that onto a piece of card and then cut like down here and going off to the sides, it would almost look like a mountain with like the ice, the snow on the top of it, and it's sort of melting. Or you could even make it into a kind of volcano, and that's the lava coming down from it as well. So I think there's lots of options for this die too. You might even be able to think of something being up this way as well. So a really cool shaped die, that one. I really like that one. So as well as that lolly, you're also getting this ice cream. And again, you have the outside piece that has the lolly stick, the solid one, stuck to it. You also get, if I could even pick it up, the little intricate one so that you can die cut that and put it on top as well. Then you're getting the next layer that is the exact size to cut out the aperture for the shaker bubble. Then you're getting the next layer down plus 2 different options, because you can either cut this piece into it to really make it look like one of those twister ice cream lollies, or any kind of colour of a spirally kind of a lolly as well. Actually, you could make it look like one of those fruity ones that are kind of like a yellowy orange colour that are just icy and they have a twist around them. Or you can use this outside die from that smaller section in conjunction with the sentiment one, or you could do it from the next size up as well and give yourself more of a border, or you can use any combination of mixing and matching the frames and 3Ding them up and all sorts to do all these different options. And then, so this one actually says I heart you more than ice cream, but it can be I love you more than ice cream as well. And then you've also got like words ice cream in there, so you could just snip those out and use them individually too if you wanted to. So there's loads of different options for using these. Then you also have just a couple of little stars, which are always brilliant for decorating anything, just to create a little bit of a scattered element in the background instead of using sequins or confetti, or to make a fancy lollipop. Maybe you're going to try and make it look like a flag from a country. You could you know, divide the lolly up into a specific design and use stars on it as well. And then you've also got this little one here, which looks a lot like a cloud, and I've used it as a cloud on one of my cards, but then I thought, what if it's supposed to be a bite mark? So you could actually cut this as a bite mark out of the lolly. So I've done that on one of them as well to show you. I did it on this one actually, because these twister lollies have the pink in the centre of them, so I wanted to show that you could cut a bite out of it and show the pink inside the lolly as well. So yeah, you can experiment with this little die and use it for all sorts of different things. Then you also get 2 different faces. So this one, I don't know if you can tell, my ink wasn't dry when I die cut the stamped version of it, so you can actually see the eyes and the mouth in the die where the ink's transferred, but that is the die that perfectly cuts out the stamp. So you can do one of those little templates and perfectly cut out the little face, and then you can put all of the pieces on individually, or depending how you're doing your card. I mean, you only really need to put them on individually if you have maybe paper pieced and got some texture in there, or whether you've used one of the shaker blisters and, you know, it's going up and down. You kind of want the elements to be individual. But if you're just cutting these out of cardstock as well, you can then just stamp the face on there, which is brilliant. And you also get this little face as well, which kind of looks like he's laughing to me. But then you could mix and match the round eyes with this little U-shaped face as well. So again, you can mix and match all these different pieces. And then finally you've got these 2 dies, which I don't actually know what they are. I'm guessing they're supposed to be arms, because you've got 2 of them going in the different directions. So I'm thinking you could use them as 2 little arms, and then maybe these little tabs are supposed to fold round the back of them, and then you have like a little arm from either side that could be holding the message or something. I'm not 100% sure what they are, but I'm sure Alison will tell you in the official unboxing video what they actually are for, but I don't know what else they would be for. But we might all get a surprise when we find out what they're actually for. So that is all of the dies from this month's kit. So I will be back in 1 second to show you the samples that I've done. Okay, so I've got multiple cards to show you. I've got 6 to show you. These 3 I did off camera. I just wanted to do some really kind of quick, simple cards using the patterned papers and showing some different designs that aren't ice cream based at all that you can do from this kit. So for this one I used the yellow stripy paper. Then I stamped the little sunshine all over it and heat embossed it with the yellow embossing powder. And I also flicked on some water into the background and tipped on the embossing powder and then heat set it really quickly so that before the water evaporated. And then I got these little heat embossed spots in the background. And then I took some mustard seed Distress Oxide and one of the little precision blending brushes from Tonic, and I just blended over the top of the little suns and then wiped off the ink from the embossing, and then I also squished out some of the ink onto my glass cutting mat and splattered it on as well, and then I just finished it off with a Dymo label for the sentiment on that one. Then I did this one where I've used that what could be a cloud or a bite mark little die on this really simple little card. It's reminding me of Toy Story, the kind of sky background. But yeah, really simple this one. I just used a piece of the pattern paper, loads of the little clouds and just placed them all over the background. Then I used the little star dies and the Pearlescent blue card from the kit. And then I also mounted a little Dymo sentiment on some of that Pearlescent blue card as well. And that's just really simple thank you card. And then I wanted to experiment with that like drippy ice cream kind of die. So I cut it 5 times from that Miami mint cardstock. I used a little piece of the yellow stripy patterned paper there, and I used the pink gingham patterned paper in the background. Lots more of those little stars from the Pearlescent blue, and even a little strip from the Pearlescent blue, and then I mounted the thanks onto the same Pearlescent blue again, and then I put a little white stripper card behind as well to kind of make this sort of scalloped design stand out from the gingham background. So really quick, 3 really quick little cards, but I just wanted to show you know, once you've got fed up with the lollies, you can do all sorts of other different things with this as well. Even if you had another cloud die from somewhere else too, you could incorporate them together and have bigger clouds or smaller clouds with these as well. So I've got those. Then I also did my sped up video for this month, and that was creating these 2. Don't they look sweet with their little faces on? So I was using the shimmer powder in the background and also splatting on some of the Glacier Paste as well. So the dots that are sort of really reflecting are the Glacier Paste, and then the pink and the blue and the purple, which you can see more from this angle, that is the shimmer powders. So what you can see there is the shimmer powders, and then when I tilt it and you can see more of that sparkle, that is the Glacier Paste in that background there. And then you can also see the gorgeous vintage drops as well. You can see the matteness appearing on them too, which is really nice. You do have the risk of them picking up the colour from the background when you've used a shimmer powder. I don't know if they've done it too much. This one's kind of picking up a bit of blue up there, that very top one. But I think it still looks fine, even if they've picked up a little bit of the colour. And then look at the cute little face on the lolly. So that is literally just stamping it in black and then using the die to cut it out, and then I've moved it further together than how far out it's spaced on the stamp or the die. And then for the lolly, I have used those hearts in the little shaker, and I've used the satin mirror card to cut the outside out. I've used the purple card to cut that intricate detail on there, and then I've also used the Pearlescent card behind the lolly as well, so the pink kind of blends in with the pink confetti. And I've used the sugar crystal glitter card to do the little drippy bit that sits on top of the moulded plastic, which is really nice. And then I've done sending sugar-coated hugs as the sentiment. So that's that one. And then obviously I had to try making a twister lolly, and then because I had use that little cloud sort of die to make a bite mark out of it, I thought, wouldn't it be funny if he had like a scared face? So I've made it so the eyes are looking towards the bite mark, and I just turned the mouth upside down, and then what was supposed to be like the tongue kind of looks like his little teeth now, and he looks scared. So I thought that worked really nicely. And you'll see in the video how I cut this piece out, placed it back in, but then put some pink card in there. And that's where I've used the pink glitter as well. And you can see how perfectly the pink glitter goes with the white glitter card, because they've both got the same kind of reflecty quality. And as well with the little hearts too that I've scattered across there. And you can see how well the Miami Mint card die cuts and still keeps that gorgeous pattern, and it's really easy to paper piece these together as well. And then in the lolly stick on this one, I actually flooded those little detailed areas with glue and then put the glitter on there as well. And for the background, I've used the Blue Mineral ink pad that we get in the kit with that blending brush I showed you earlier, and then I've just stamped Stay Jolly, Have a Lolly as the little sentiment in the background as well. So I thought that was really sweet. So that is my sped up video. You'll be able to see how I made both of those. And then I also did, I think I mentioned it earlier, that I did a step-by-step for the Tonic blog or on the main product page. And so I did this little fella. So you can see here actually, those are both using the shaker pouches, but then this one was just using it flat. And obviously you can use this lolly just flat as well. So lots of different options. And you can see how different they look. Obviously I've made him look scared and this one looks really cheery. But you can see the difference in like the dimension that it gives, having the blister or not having the blister, and making it a shaker or not having it as a shaker as well. So yeah, I did a full step-by-step on this with photographs and then written instructions as well. Again, he's got the cute little face on there. And also behind the shaker, I think you can see, I've just used strips, one of my favourite techniques, using strips of all the different cardstocks from the kit, as well as some of the patterned papers, just to make a kind of stripy background that would show through the shaker. And then I've used some of the heart confetti on top of there, and then I've used the actual mint die cut that was from this one. So you can see I had to cut it from mint and from white to do the paper piecing. So I then just used the mint die cut on the top of the shaker blister for this one. And I love how this one turned out. And then I'd put the face on it and I thought he just looks like he should be waving. So I just took a black pen and drew like a little hand on a skinny arm and the other one on his hip as well, just to give him a little bit more character. And then I just used the sentiment Stay Cool, and I just used a few of the vintage drops on there as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video and enjoyed seeing a few different samples of how you might want to use some of the dies and stamps and Nuvo products from this month's kit as well. I think I managed to use absolutely everything. Yeah, I did. So that's pretty good going. I'm not sure if I used 100, well yeah, no, I didn't use 100% of all the dies because I wasn't sure on what those, some pieces were. I didn't use the sentiments on there, but yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video, and in the description box below the video and also on my blog, I'll leave my affiliate links to where you can buy the Tonic Craft Kit or some of the individual products if they're available at the time. And if you use any of my links, I'm really, really grateful. As I said, they're affiliate links, which means that if you click on them and then make a purchase, whether it's what I've linked to or anything else off of the website, I'll get a small commission from it, and it really, really does help. So thank you so much to everybody who has used one of those links in the past, whether it's recently or a while ago, or you know, if you go and purchase this kit by using one as well. I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!